same sentence as Roy Marble. I coached against Roy. I watched him play, and we became really good friends after I got here. And of course, had the opportunity to coach his son, one of my favorite players ever. I wish Roy was here to see it. He would have been a big Luka Garza fan, and he would have gone out there and given him a big hug when he broke the record. But 2,000 points. I mean, it's pretty amazing. It's a testament to his character, to his consistency, and when you think about who he's doing it against, I think that's what makes it even more impressive.
Scott?
Yeah, there was at one point where you were able to get Joe Toussaint and Jordan Bohannon on the floor together. Joe got a quick foul, and that changed that dynamic. Do you anticipate that becoming more of a valued lineup when you go forward?
I think it's a possibility. We're going to play Jordan at both spots. He'll play with Joe. He'll play with Connor. He'll play with Aaron. He'll play with Tony. Any one of those guys can bring it down. And then Jordan's really smart, so we can move him around in our offense, which we typically do.
Chad?
Yeah, it seemed like you got just such good effort plays from guys like Nunji, Joe Toussaint, Perkins, Keegan, Patrick. When you're seeing that stuff, does it make it harder to take them out of the game? I mean, obviously, Joe.
Yeah, my plan was, to go back with Connor and Weezy and J-Bo a little bit earlier, but I just felt that those guys had played so well, they needed to stay out there. The only thing I was looking for at that juncture was fatigue. And that's why I took Patrick out first. I thought he was tired. So I took him out first, and then I took Joe and Tony out and went with my veteran guys coming down the stretch. But I wanted the big lineup on the floor playing zone at the end of the game. So with the back line of Keegan, Luka, and Jack, that's our three best rebounders.
Austin?
Hey, Fran, how important was it for you guys to execute late tonight and get a little momentum before Thursday night's game?
Yeah, I thought, we got the stops we needed. We got up 9 and didn't get the rebound, but we did run some good stuff. We missed a couple, but we ran good offense. We executed well. And of course, we were in the bonus, so we got to the free throw line enough to make sure that we won. So anticipating the quality of opponent on Thursday, but every game after that, that's what you need.
All right, I think that should do it tonight. Good win.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, Luka, the starters got off to a slow start and that bench came in. Describe how big they were in helping you guys stem that tide in the first half and the energy that they gave you guys.
No, the bench was huge tonight. I'm so proud of those guys. They came in throughout the whole game. They were making plays. First half, second half, they definitely gave us a lift off the bench and gave us some energy. Early they were just hitting a lot of shots and then, we weren't making any ourselves and they were being really physical. But that's Michigan State. And like we said, they're a physical team. They're going to be up into us. And they got great shooters and they've been shooting, bad these last couple games. So we knew, they were going to come out and be able to shoot the ball well. And, they came out too hot. We need to be able to get into their shooter space a little more and make it harder on them. But, the bench guys came in, gave us a huge lift. So proud of Jack Nunji. He was awesome in the first half. Really did a great job and helped carry the load offensively. And it was great defensively and rebounded the ball really, really well. So, Tony Perkins, Aaron Eulis drew a huge foul at the end of the first half. Keegan, he's been doing what Keegan's been doing all year, is just providing energy off the bench, making the right plays, getting offensive rebounds, helping me out. I was missing way too many free throws, and that's definitely on me. But, he was huge. He got a huge free throw rebound, when I missed a one-on-one. So, I'm proud of all those guys. They did a tremendous job.
David?
Yeah, Luka, now that the game's over and you got the win, I feel like I can ask you about this, but you reached 2,000 career points. Just what does that sort of milestone, that accolade mean to you?
I think, it definitely feels better that, it came with a win like this. So, I'm definitely just, lucky to have been a part, of a program like this. And I'm just lucky that Coach Fran gave me the opportunity to come to the University of Iowa. And he believed in me, when some coaches didn't. And, I'm just very thankful to be here in this position. And I'm thankful to all my teammates. They did a terrific, they've done a terrific job and continue to do on being able to give me the ball and make me look good. So I'm very, very thankful. I missed too many shots tonight and free throws tonight, but I'm definitely still, just really, really thankful for, Iowa and what it means to me. And it's going to mean a lot to me for the rest of my life. So, obviously, I'm not a huge stat guy. I'm not huge with, all of that, but I'm glad we got the win. And, I'm definitely lucky to be a part of this program.
Chad?
Hey, Luke, obviously, we've talked a little bit. There were some unconventional lineups out there. What kind of message do you think was sent tonight to some veteran guys that maybe were on the bench a lot more than they expected and saw their, the reserves step up?
I mean, coach has always been like that. And, that's the case, from when I was a freshman to a senior. If somebody's playing well and they're playing better than the starter, they're going to play. My freshman year, I was starting for most of the year, and there were games where I didn't play that much. If someone ahead of me or on the bench came in and was providing more energy than I was, that I was sitting down. And I think we have a really unselfish group that understands that we want to win games. So it doesn't matter who's out there. Obviously, I don't think it was, the intent was to send a message. I think the intent was just really that those guys were really giving us some great minutes. And, the starters got back in there and made huge plays at different points. But, I think, it's a lot about who's going or who's not going. They're playing really tough on some of our guys and being really physical. So when you put another guy on the floor that they're not keying on as much, it really helps, alleviate some pressure on the offensive end. And, they really, Brent, brought a huge lift to us on the defensive end. We gave up 26 points in 8 minutes in the first 8 minutes of the game. And they were really good for the rest of the game, really. They hit some tough shots at different points, but we got enough stops to win the game, and that's key. We got out rebounded. We missed a ton of free throws, mainly by me. I missed 3-4 open layups for no reason, and we still come out here with a win. It's impressive, and I'm just thankful, for my teammates that just came out with a lot of energy, and I think everyone's going to say that.
Mike?
You just answered a lot of what I was about to ask you, but if you want to expand on it, how does this win feel to you right now, and where do you think this team is going into the next game?
I think it's just great, for us to just get back in that win column. It sucks to lose, especially when we've been, so successful and there's a lot of eyes on us. Losing definitely sucks, and we all hold ourselves to a really high standard, especially this year. We came back. The guys that came back, the guys that are, playing, we want to win. I didn't come back to score points. I came back to win games, and that's the mindset of everybody on this team. So when you're losing games, it's tough. You lose one like Indiana where you just didn't bring it enough, and then you lose a tough one at Illinois where you couldn't execute as much as you wanted to down the stretch. It's tough. So to be able to push a close one out, when we didn't even play our best, that's huge for our confidence going forward. And I think, this is the start of, we need to get ourselves on a run, going into the rest of the postseason and everything like that. We know, we're 10 games through the Big Ten right now, 7-3, and we got 10 more games to do what we want to do. And, obviously, we got a huge one here, against Ohio State, a team ranked ahead of us, and it's going to be a great one. And I think, just giving guys confidence that we won this game is huge, and to get back on a roll.
Jarek?
Hey, Luka, you were very animated out on the court as usual tonight. Coming off of 2 losses, picking up your first win against Michigan State. Could you just sort of talk about where your emotions were at while you're out on the court tonight?
It's, when you play Michigan State, it's a very physical game. And I think, different points, I was missing shots or missing free throws that, just kind of bothered me. So I think, a lot of that came out of frustration, just, doing what I wanted to do and just showing, like, letting my emotion go. That's the type of player I am. But I'm just really proud of all our guys, throughout the game, the guys that came off the bench and helped us out when we weren't playing that well, and guys who picked me up when I was missing free throws and making huge key plays to help us win this game. And, obviously I'm going to be better going forward, but, I'm just really lucky to be a part of a team like this where we have different guys step up on a different night. So it's huge for our team.
Scott.
Yeah, Luka, when you guys went up by 9 with about 3.5 minutes to go, and it seemed to be solidly in your control, then Michigan State went on an 8-1 run and had a chance to go ahead right around the final minute of the game. Was that a focus issue on the defensive end? Was that a execution issue, or was it even an effort issue?
No, I think we had some good possessions. 2 post-ups to me, and I wasn't able to finish. So I think that's definitely on me on the offensive end. On the defensive end, we had a tough play. We gave up an offensive rebound. They were able to score on that. So different plays like that. They give credit to them. They played hard. They played to the end. They didn't give up at any point, and they just kept coming at us. So they made a run. Basketball is a game of runs. That's going to happen. Obviously, I need to do a better job. On executing on the offensive end for my team and being able to put us in a position where we don't have to go through that. But, we were in that position and we were able to come out on top. So that's a good lesson for us.
Tom, and then we'll go Chad, and then we'll get Coach. So Tom?
Luka, this feels like a pretty important week for you guys with the 3 games and the kind of the tight turnaround here with Ohio State. Do you guys view it that way as well, that the rest of this week is just really critical for you guys?
Obviously, I think our team, we know every every game in the Big Ten is critical, going forward for the rest of our season. We got 10 games left in the regular season. I got 10 regular season games left in my career. I think everyone's taking every single game seriously, and to, a point where we know we need to win these games and be able to go out there and play our best. So we obviously know this is a big stretch for us, coming down to the wire. We got some great teams we're playing, obviously bringing in Ohio State, one of the best teams in the country, and then obviously going on the road at Indiana, and then, going forward, Rutgers at home, whatever the case may be. We have a lot of great games coming along. We're excited. We're going to come out here and play as hard as we can and try to come out with some wins.
All right, final question, Lucas, from Chad.
Hey, Luka, what did you learn, I guess, about Michigan State? Maybe you didn't know before that you can maybe use in 11 days, because obviously you play these guys again very, very soon.
I think we knew a lot going in. We knew this team is very physical. We know this team is really, really good. They can make shots. They got guys who can make shots, and they've had a couple of tough games where they haven't been making everything. But we knew they have guys who are confident and are going to continue to shoot. So we learned a lot. We know we got to do a better job on the glass, and we can't let them get that many offensive rebounds, and we got to execute and finish plays better than we did. And obviously they started 6 for 6 from 3. We need to be able to close out in their space and do a better job of that. So we learned a lot tonight, and it's great to finish this off with a win. And obviously our focus is Ohio State, but there's a lot of lessons from this game that we'll keep in mind when we're up in East Lansing.
All right, thank
you. Yeah, Joe, you were able to hit a couple of pull-ups in the lane, and a lot of it was just it seemed like good feel. What were you seeing that was enabling you to be able to make those shots and to get in the lane and kind of wreak havoc if you could?
Well, Henry was just telling the whole team to back off, and I've been working on my shot a lot. So when he said back off, I just stepped into it and made the shot.
Next question from Tom Kiekert.
Joe, when you see them get off to that start, the 6 of 6 from 3, when you came in, did you just kind of think we got to do a better job defensively? Is that your mentality?
Yeah. Well, when they went with 6 for 6, we were closing out short. Closing out with no effort. Just playing lackadaisical. Just not really into the game. And then when I came in, I was just thinking to myself, the only way they will make a shot is if we, close out short, or if I'm playing lazy and I just close down to their space. And, just try to make it difficult for them to shoot threes, catch and shoot threes. 1 dribble pull up, 2 dribble pull up, like they were hitting in the beginning.
Next question is from John Sears.
Yeah, Joe, when you see the starters are struggling a little bit and you're behind by 11, what's your mindset when you go in the game? Is it energy? Is it scoring? I mean, what do you feel like you need to do to help this team get back in it when you're down early?
To be honest, it's just whatever they need me to do. When I get in, it's not it's definitely defense though, 100% when I get in. But it's just seeing the field. What's going on. If they're gonna play off me, if I got an open shot, I'll take it. you know, if I get a screen, if they back off, you know, I'll take the shot. If they need me to dish, I'll dish. It's just, you know, the feel of the game. When I get in, you know, I just gotta get the ball moving a little bit, you know, side to side, see how they're playing me, you know, see how they're playing Luka, see how they're playing Weezy, trying to get him some shots, CJ some shots, you know, and when I get the right feel for it, that's when I just, you know, go and if they need me to shoot, I'll shoot, and if they need me to dish, I'll dish.
Our next question will come from Mark Emmert.
Yeah, Joe, you and Jack Nunji together kind of gave your team a big lift today. I guess what is it about that combination that works really well for you guys, you and Jack together?
Me and Jack, we don't really view ourselves as bench players, to be honest with you. You know, we started last year, and he started, you know, before I got here. So like, we don't really view ourselves as bench players, and nobody on the bench, you know, to be honest, views ourselves as a bench player. You know, we're just another player that just comes in, you know, and you know, just having that confidence when you come in the game, you know, that's just a thing that we always hold to each other.
David.
Yeah, Joe, they started off 6 for 6 from 3, but then I think you guys forced them to go 6 of 23 down the stretch. What was the big change for you guys defensively? Was it better communication, chemistry, connection, or what would you kind of point to?
I would definitely say better communication and closing out in their space. Like I said before, when you don't close out in their space, they're a really good 3-point shooting team, you know, and that's anybody, you know, if you just let people shoot the ball, they're going to make a shot. But we did a better job in closing out into their space and then forcing the drive.
Chad?
I know you and Patrick, you know, are very close friends. What was it like to get a couple transition buckets with him in a key moment together, I guess?
I always know, if I know nobody's running, I always know Patrick is running. Always, because he loves scoring. He loves scoring the ball. So, like, I always know that he will be either on my right side or on my left side. And every time I look up, he's always the first one there. And if I see nobody in front of him, I just lob it up to him. He could go catch it. Or if I see somebody, you know, that's right next to him, I try to thread the needle a little bit, you know, like I did today. Just always try to find a way to get him the ball because I know he's running.
All right, and we'll go 2 more questions for Joe. Mark?
Yeah, Joe, when you first got in the game, it looks like you kind of went right at Lawyer. Was that a matchup you thought you could exploit a little bit?
To be honest, not really. He's a really good defender, to be honest with you. Of course, he's not like the tallest, but he's a really good defender. And you know, like I said, it was just the feel of the game. You know, I just felt they was playing off of me. They were going over screens, they were going under screens. You know, and I was just finding little ways to get in the lane and stuff. So, you know, whether it was dishing or finishing at the rim, and that's basically how it went.
All right, and last question, Joe, comes from John Sears.
Yeah, Joe, you had lost 2 in a row. Just how important was this one to get back on track and get back in the win column?
Yeah, we definitely needed this one, you know, especially going into this game on Thursday against a really good Ohio State team. Very well coached, very poised team. And we really needed this. We talked about it with each other like, hey, we got to get this one, you know, get back in the winning column. And, you know, that's what we did today.
All right, thank you.
We winning the game, Luka and coach was saying, we getting 3 stops right here. And we just kept saying we getting 3 stops every time we got stops. We said 1 more, 2 more. And we just kept getting stops and then kept scoring.
Chad Leistico.
It's Leistico, James.
Leistico, sorry, buddy.
Just joking. Hey, Tony, were you surprised that you kept staying in the game as, you know, in crunch time, the minute, you know, and, you know, you got guys like Joe Wieskamp and Jordan Bohannon on the bench. Were you looking over your shoulder thinking you might get pulled? And how'd you feel getting all those key minutes?
Today, I was just playing my game. I didn't really care about that. I was just, if I'm on the floor, I'm going to produce and help my team win. And that's pretty much it.
Tom Kakert.
I didn't have another question, James.
Okay. John Sears.
Yeah, Tony, what kind of pride do you guys take in coming off the bench and providing that energy and that spark that you guys did tonight?
We always in practice, we always talk and say we love coming off the bench and giving that energy. When our team's down and they need us to come in and give them more energy, that's what we do. When we on the bench, we cheer them on and bring energy. And just when we get on the floor, we happy to be on the floor. So we just bring more energy to the game when we come in.
Are there any more questions for Tony Perkins? David Eichholt.
Yeah, Tony, Michigan State started 6 for 6 from 3. I think they finished the game 6 of 23. I mean, what do you just attribute it to? Was it better communication, more chemistry, more connected on the floor? Or what would you say to that?
We came in, we was all talking. They hit 6 threes back to back. So we said we can't let them get no more threes. We can't let them continue to hit threes, or we're gonna lose. So we just said, let's buckle down, slide your feet, communicate, and close out. And that's what we did.
All right, Tony, thank you.